Join me as I dive into the debate and put weightlifting to the test to see if it stunts your growth. Weightlifting is an essential part of many fitness routines, but for years, a common concern has been circulating, especially among young athletes. Does lifting weights stunt your growth? As someone passionate about health and fitness, I set out to get to the bottom of this debate to separate fact from fiction. The origin of the myth. One of the most widespread misconceptions about weightlifting is that it can stunt growth, particularly in teenagers. The idea that lifting weights at a young age affects your growth plates, making you shorter than you would have been otherwise, has led many young athletes to avoid weight training. But how did this myth start in the first place? Historically, weightlifting has been linked with building strength and large muscle mass, which can seem intimidating to young people still growing. Parents, coaches, and trainers often perpetuated the myth, believing it could harm growing bodies without fully understanding the science behind it. Additionally, this myth gained traction due to confusion around bone development. Growth plates, located at the ends of long bones, play a crucial role in height development. While people are worried that heavy weightlifting might damage these plates, the truth is far different. Growth plates are vulnerable to injury, but only under extreme and improper loading conditions, such as using poor technique or trying to lift excessively heavy weights without guidance. Strength training versus weightlifting. Another key reason why the myth persists is that many people don't distinguish between strength training and weightlifting. Strength training is a broader category that includes any form of resistance exercises to build muscular strength, whether it be bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or even lighter weight machines. Weightlifting, however, specifically refers to lifting free weights, barbells, or machines to build muscle mass. While all weightlifting is strength training, not all strength training is weightlifting. This confusion has led some to wrongly assume that any form of weight-related exercise will negatively impact growth. The science behind it. To better understand the relationship between weightlifting and growth, it's essential to dive into the scientific side of things. Muscle growth and development happen when the body responds to external stimuli, such as exercise. When we exercise, our muscles experience small tears that trigger a repair process. The body adapts by building those muscles stronger and more capable of handling similar stress in the future. Weightlifting, like all physical activity, stimulates these muscle adaptations, but what about growth plates? Growth plates, or epiphyseal plates, are made of cartilage and are responsible for producing new bone tissue as a person grows. Eventually, they close and harden once the bones reach full maturity. However, studies have repeatedly shown that weightlifting does not significantly impact growth plates or hinder overall height when done properly. Weightlifting's controlled nature, when done with good form and the right weight, can even improve bone density and overall musculoskeletal health. Weightlifting done under supervision is safer for young athletes than many high-impact sports, such as football or gymnastics, which put greater stress on the body. Research and benefits. Numerous studies have demonstrated that young athletes who engage in weightlifting can experience numerous benefits beyond physical growth. These include improvements in athletic performance, increased muscle mass, and even better self-esteem and confidence. According to organizations such as the National Strength and Conditioning Association, NSCA, and the American Academy of Pediatrics, weightlifting is not only safe for young athletes but can help reduce injury risk and enhance long-term health. Research has also shown that early engagement in weight training fosters lifelong healthy habits, encouraging young athletes to stay fit and active well into adulthood. Debunking the myth. So, what's behind the myth that weightlifting stunts growth? Part of it could be due to the misinterpretation of temporary changes in growth rate. Sometimes, young athletes may notice a pause in their height increase, but that doesn't mean weightlifting is the culprit. Growth spurts don't happen evenly, and factors like genetics, nutrition, and overall health all play significant roles. Just because weightlifting and slowed growth seem to occur at the same time doesn't mean they're linked. It's important to approach weightlifting with proper guidance. Injury risk can increase if done incorrectly, but this is true of any sport or physical activity. The focus should always be on correct form and technique rather than the amount of weight being lifted. Additionally, working with a qualified coach can ensure the training regimen is age-appropriate and safe, helping athletes make consistent progress. The takeaway: in conclusion, weightlifting does not stunt growth. The notion that lifting weights will make you shorter is outdated and scientifically unfounded. Weightlifting, when approached with proper technique and care, can be incredibly beneficial, improving athletic performance, muscle strength, bone health, and confidence. For young athletes, it's a fantastic way to develop a strong, healthy foundation for long-term fitness. Thanks for joining me on this exploration into the world of weightlifting and growth. If you have personal experiences, thoughts, or questions about weightlifting, drop them in the comments. And don't forget to check out my other videos on fitness myths and misconceptions.